it will look at the end, but the ownership is important. And the second, I would advise to organize such a policy session for policymakers. For example, invite people deputies, invite representatives of ministries and decision makers, even at local level. For example, representatives of the economic departments, energy departments of regional administrations, to show them how they can get help and support with modeling results in their own work, in their own decision making. So at the end, you will have demand for your work, and it will help them to support, to find the finance and to provide the sustainability of this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you. I see Talia's hand. So Talia, please.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah, I wanted to really echo what many people have already said, and I really do agree with Nadia. Bringing in those key government stakeholders and making sure that ownership feels like it is part of the government is going to be key. You know, you have to bring modeling into the policymaking process. You need to feel like the policymakers have partial ownership of this. I understand that it is a bit of a tricky balance to strike, but that's why, you know, at the IAA, we really do think that the modeling team should be sitting in the ministries and coordinating with each other in order to really make those ties very, very strong. And that then helps keep people in these jobs. So it's keep training, keep bringing people and that capacity into this process. And then, you know, also hold on to what Nazar said, those points on inclusivity, transparency, and objectivity are that signal to the wider world at what Ukraine is trying to get at in this initiative. And then, you know, thinking about building stronger ties with the international modeling community, it's about coordination and communication. And I do think that the Modeling Forum is such an excellent place to understand who around the world is doing what bilateral support programs are happening, and what the real needs are. And then we can understand, you know, how to actually move forward all together. But, you know, it's just to say that we're so impressed at the IAA with what has already been done. And it's been incredibly useful for our own analysis. So a huge thank you, and to really keep up the good work. And we're really happy to support the Modeling Forum and to be a part of it.
Thank you, Talia. Thank you very much. So today we discuss about energy modeling, economic modeling. And for energy models, usually climate is about emissions reduction or decreasing of pollution. But for Hydrometeorological Institute, our colleagues here from this institute, is climate modeling of data for climate data is much comprehensive. So I want to invite Herman Mosur, junior researcher at the Hydrometeorological Institute of Ukraine, to present your results, what was regarding the climate projections. So please, floor is yours.
Thank you. And I would like to invite our dear speakers to the front row so you can see our videos that we prepared. And I want to begin by acknowledging an elephant in the room. We need to educate ourselves. We need to educate our close ones and all the other peoples. Pause. Yes. Okay. It is crucial to bridge the gap between complex research analysis and real needs of end users. We in our institute have a web development team, me, myself here, and researchers, and we provide these results within climate modeling. I want to today, right now, I will be presenting our tools for climate change adaptations in agriculture and water management. And the first one, it is called Climate and Water. We used the best available climate projections for Ukraine and did water cycle modeling under these future conditions. The first video, please. This year, we are finishing the development of web interface. This tool is designed for water managers and policymakers. So here you can select watershed, some official river basins, sub-basin, and water household area. Here you can select crucial parameters like air temperature, precipitation, river discharge, total runoff, water runoff, evaporation, groundwater, and soil moisture. All periods are available. You can select annual, seasonal, or monthly value. Next, you can investigate a chart of annual cycle. Or a map of water household areas. We also have a drop-down for comparison. You can compare with climate norm and or apply another emission scenario. Lastly, more advanced options are available in the menu. For example, you can choose to show between relative or absolute value. You can see other emission scenario. You can use other climate models or their, for example, ensembles. And of course, you can download this data in tables, in images, in charts. Analyzing these future projections, we saw, thank you. We saw very high concern about our agriculture because we acknowledged the result that during the summer, there will be less water in the soil, and this leads to much severe droughts and much more frequent droughts, which is the first one problem for Ukraine and European Union as well. So we have developed our next tool called Posucha, drought in Ukraine, to help our farmers in preparation for these droughts. The second video, please. For example, they can change culture or time of...
Today, our world faces an increasing threat from drought. In recent decades, droughts have become more frequent, longer, and more intense. The economic impacts are significant. Across the European Union, annual losses average around 8 billion euros. If global temperatures rise by 4 degrees Celsius without action, these losses could reach 60 billion euros. In Ukraine, crop losses due to adverse weather conditions can range from 10 to 50%, with droughts being the primary cause of these losses. For a country where agriculture is vital to the economy, such droughts pose serious challenges. These effects go beyond economics. Drought impacts food security, water availability, and the stability of communities. For those relying on water for farming, industry, or daily life, the risks are growing. With a changing climate, it's essential to focus on forecasting and preparing for drought. We need to move from reacting to droughts to creating proactive solutions. Our solution is a near real-time water cycle model of Ukraine designed to simulate soil moisture and drought conditions. To accomplish this, we collected essential environmental data across Ukraine, including soil properties, land management practices, plant characteristics, and other key parameters. Our climate data covers the past 50 years up to the present and includes a 14-day weather forecast. Every day, the server updates this data, runs the model, and sends the results to the user's web interface. The interface was designed based on comprehensive user research with farmers, ensuring it meets their needs effectively. Our drought forecast web service, Pozoha, covers all of Ukraine. You can switch the background map between satellite and streets views. Search for your city or village. Select the period. Today, 14 days, or even a 3-month outlook. This option will be added soon. The explanation of the map is available here. Currently, the meteorological drought map is available, and the agricultural drought map will be added soon. Red indicates drought severity, while green indicates excess moisture. Users can download the current view to their device or save the results in their browser to check later. For better visibility on sunny days, you can adjust the map's transparency. Today, there's enough moisture in the soil and conditions are good for plants. But in Ukraine, droughts can arrive suddenly, putting crops at risk. With the Posuha web service, I'm always prepared. It warns me in advance when drought is approaching, giving me the chance to protect my harvest before it's too late. It's cheaper to prepare than to deal with the consequences. Follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Our posts explain how the tools work in simple, user-friendly language.
We have much more information and project and web services, but I believe I'm running out of time. We are running out of time. So I welcome you to take a leaflet in a table at the back, and you can follow QR code and follow us on our social medias. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Herman. Thank you for your job. Thank you. Very good. So I want to say thank you for all speakers today, for your time, for coming to us, and to give the floor to Deputy Minister of Environment, Victoria Kireva, for closing remarks. Please, Victoria.
Дякую всім за сьогоднішнє обговорення. Насправді було дуже цікаво. Ми обмінялися досвідом.
Dear colleagues, dear guests, thank you very much for your attention and for this event. Indeed, it was quite interesting, and we shared the opinion and experience.
Ми сьогодні не лише обмінялися думками, а заклали основи для подальшого моделювання енергетики та клімату.
We not only exchanged with our views and experience, but also we actually did the base and fundament for the future modeling of climate and energy.
І після сьогоднішньої дискусії ми всі зрозуміли, що потрібно змінювати підходи саме до моделювання.
And after today's discussion, we realized and understood that we need to change our approaches to modeling.
Впровадження нових сервісів, як минулий спікер нам показував, впровадження нових експертів, нових думок, і для цього нам потрібно об'єднувати науковців, владу, громадськість і бізнес.
And we also understood that we need, with the introduction of today new services, the introduction of new ideas and new experts, we need to bring together the opinions of scientists, experts, and public opinion.
Нам потрібно з вами зрозуміти, що моделювання – це не тільки технічний інструмент, а міст між наукою та політикою.
We also need to understand with you that modeling, it's not only technical instrument, it's also a bridge between science and policy.
І хочу всім сказати, що сьогодні це не просто івент, це платформа, яку ми започаткували з вами для подальшого діалогу.
And today, it's not just event, it's a platform, it's a beginning which we launched today for future modeling.
І окремо хочу всім подякувати, хто причетний до цієї роботи, тому що завдяки такій роботі ми зможемо з вами правильно, по-зеленому відновити Україну, відбудувати.
And special thank you for everyone who is belong to this work that was presented today, because exactly you are that people that together we can correctly, in the good, right, correct way, rebuild in a green way Ukraine.
І користуючись нагодою, хочу зробити анонс заходів, які також пов'язані з цією роботою.
And taking this opportunity, I would also like to announce a set of events which also connected with this work.
В понеділок запрошуємо вас на презентацію попередніх результатів моделювання низьковуглецевої стратегії на 10:30.
On Monday, you're welcome here on 10:30 for the presentation of the first results of modeling in the framework of LTLETs.
У вівторок, 19 числа, в павільйоні NDC Partnership ми продовжимо розмову про це.
On Tuesday, in the pavilion of NDC Partnership, we are going to continue to talk about LTLETs and modeling.
В середу, 20 числа, в цьому павільйоні буде проходити хай-левел за участю міністра по презентації кліматичної політики України в 15:30.
At 15:30 on Wednesday, there will be high-level panel discussion with participation of the minister on the climate policy.
Дякуємо за цей тиждень. Бажаємо завтра гарно всім відпочити. І окремо хочу, щоб ми всі подякували Олександру за його роботу і за прекрасне моделювання. Модерування.
Thank you very much to Alexander for his modeling and moderation and his good job. And thank you for this successful continuation of this week. And I wish everyone to rest tomorrow.